Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your December new moon reading. The December new moon is in the first degree of Capricorn, just behind the Winter Solstice, which is happening on the 21st of December. And these energies are conspiring to ease our transition from 2022 to 2023. I will be doing a new moon reading in a few days, specific, but this is very much in concert with Jupiter moving direct in 0 degrees of Aries and Chiron moving direct in about 12 degrees Aries, which are helping us to be in the world with the knowledge and wisdom that we've gained through our own healing process. So welcome to those of you that are new to my channel, and welcome back to all of my friends. Let's get started, Scorpio, with an overall energy. The Death card. The Death card is sometimes ascribed to your sign, and part of the reason is that you are part of the cycle of beginnings and endings. Pluto is your ruler, and although this card is sometimes ascribed to Aries, Pluto for me is the planet that represents the process of outer destruction and death, the pulling in, the centering into your core, having to dig within for the resources that are all you need in order to manifest what it is you need moving forward. This represents a rebirth in many ways, so that you are moving from an old phase of life, an old aspect of your experience, to a new one, to a rebirth of your person, a new you. In the 10th house, we have the 7 of Cups, and this is where you have where your social identity is, the way others see you. You may be projecting a lot of options for yourself as you experience this personal death and rebirth at this time. You are allowing yourself to simply and emotionally generate lots of ideas about the things that you might like to see in your future. You're very aware that not all of these options are positive. They're not all equal. Some of them may even be dangerous, but you're understanding that these are coming from your projections, the places in the past where you have experienced failure or wounding or disappointments. As the result of that, you are allowing yourself to fantasize without allowing yourself to become deluded that this is your reality at this time or in the future. You're really allowing yourself to entertain some possible projections for your place in the world. In the first house, we have the Page of Cups. And this is part of a theme that you've been experiencing quite a bit, Scorpio. This opening up of your emotional self. It's not as though you have been devoid of an emotional self, but this is you understanding that the deep experiences of change that you have been looking at within yourself have opened up this reservoir of creativity and release, where you are releasing old stories, old projections, old fantasies, old illusions, and you are allowing yourself to start at the beginning of something, to learn something, to be in a position of learning, rather than in your customary temperamental position of authority, commanding that depth. You are letting yourself be lighter, letting yourself be more joyful, allowing the creative flow in your imagination to really fuel your beginning quest. This can even be an offer to do something new that may seem small at first, but is significant. In the fourth house, we have the Hierophant. This is your family, your roots, your past. The Hierophant indicates that you have been learning some very difficult, long, repetitive lessons about your past and your past behaviors, your past thoughts, particularly those thoughts that restricted you, but where you understood you needed help. That help may have come in the guise of more education, seeking others who are experts, who are knowledgeable, who you look to and respect as mentors. Acknowledging that help, even that divine help, giving yourself over to the universe in whatever way you name your belief, has allowed you to be supported by the universe with more information, more self-knowledge that you then can share with others. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, we have the Empress. And the Empress is where you are empowered. You can completely experience the abundance of the world, your environment, but of your own resources. This is you modeling yourself after nature, where everything is provided for. And our job is simply to make use of those resources to create what we need. And what we are creating eternally is new ideas, generating new wealth, new abundance, new opportunities to generate greater abundance. So this is a beautiful card of empowerment, graciousness, being at peace, and being a source of love for others. In the first house, the Page of Cups is clarified by the Tower in the second house and the Ten of Swords in the third house. There's something in your past, perhaps, that is creating an unexpected and unpredicted event. Some eventuality, some catastrophe, some ruinous outer experience has broken down or apart a familial structure that you've relied on. It may not be a structure of particular to your family. It can be particular to the kind of work you do, but whatever that system of reward, system of gaining resources, earning money from a particular system of labor has changed, is shifting, and you perhaps are seeing where you believed you had failed in that particular system actually being prescient of new changes that are coming. You have been ahead of a wave in some significant institutional or cultural change that you have learned many lessons from, many painful lessons, and you are not only understanding the role that you played, the place you occupied in that hierarchy that has contributed to its dispersal, its breaking apart, but you're also releasing a tremendous amount of responsibility, guilt, of the sense of failure from these experiences where you felt you were not successful, you could have been, or you should have been. In the fourth house, we are clarifying with the Eight of Wands in the fifth house and the Two of Swords in the sixth house. There's a lot of information coming to you. There's a lot of information you are refusing to look at. You're not letting yourself get stuck in a situation that you've been stuck in for a long time. There's something very close to you. It can be a relationship. It can be information that you need to make an appropriate decision for yourself. You are gaining a lot of information, you're in communication, and you are working in concert with others to move something along quickly. This may be an opportunity for you to teach in a different setting than where you had experienced failures in the past. But this is your ability to reject the options that are given to you based on your experience, where that rejection actually has allowed you to be on the forward crest of an institutional change that needs to happen in the world. That is, it's creating not only a course correction for you, but is part of building something better. The Empress in the 7th house is clarified by the Temperance in the 8th house and the Ace of Cups in the 9th house. Your healing process has been arduous. You have been patient. This has been going on for, I think I can safely say for many of you, for about 14 years. You've gone through a couple of cycles, particularly your ruling planet Pluto has been in Capricorn for about that amount of time. Certainly by the time it leaves Capricorn finally in 2024, although it will be leaving Capricorn for the first several months of 2023, you have been through a phenomenal, complete change. This institutional, social, cultural change that you've been a part of, that you've seen coming, that you've participated in, is required patience, growing, healing, a lot of investment in yourself, understanding yourself to be key to the changes you wanted to see in the world, that you want to see in the world. This is opening up a tremendous creative capacity, along with the greater capacity you have to release yourself from this tremendous guilt that has been a feature of your life for a very long time. You've recognized this collective guilt almost, that you see, you understand your characteristic ability to penetrate deeply into the heart of something is finally releasing its gold for you, finally allowing you to appreciate the healing waters of your understanding, to heal your life and to inform your spiritual connection. This is the most dynamic benefit that you may be experiencing at this time, a deep sense of oneness and connection to the universe and everyone in it. The 7 of Cups in the 10th house is clarified by the 6 of Cups in the 11th house and the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Wands in the 3rd house. You're moving towards new things, and the newness that you're drawn to, the new projects, the new opportunities you're surveying, something you know that has your purpose written on it, is definitely informed by an opportunity, a relationship, or an event in your past. This event in your past is part of what this healing is allowing you to go back to a simpler experience of who you are and what gives you joy, what fuels you in your purpose of service. This is a beautiful opportunity to recognize that simpler is not easier. We know this, but that decluttering your life from these many experiences of failure, hurt, betrayal, heartbreak, disappointment, and suffering are really clearing you up, lightening you up, allowing you to remember positive energy, playing as if you were a child, working as if it were play. I'm going to finish off this reading with an oracle card, Scorpio, and I've pulled Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I will leave that for you, Scorpio. I hope this reading has been helpful to you. If this reading has resonated for you, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, Scorpio friends, for all your love, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.